Hey there. Oh my god. Okay, excuse how I look right now. I promise you I just woke up, but only because I had in my dream. I dreamt that I came and told you about my dream. So I'm telling you about my dream. And okay. Anyway, hope you're doing amazeballs. This is my bandana. My sister said it looks like a crown. And guess what I got yesterday? Oh, look at this. Okay, well now you're seeing all my stuff, just exposed it. Okay, and now you're seeing your setup. But I love looking in this mirror and be like, mirror, mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in all of the land? And then of course it's me, who else? Okay. Oh, did I forget my dream? Fuck. Okay. In my dream, I was sitting in my bed, scrolling on TikTok, watching a video, and all of a sudden a video of a little girl, random little girl, in a pretty nice house. It was like the house you would see like in like old videos of your grandparents' house and you're like over there for Christmas. A house of that vibe, right? It was just a little girl, and she was wearing this like looked like a dress that you would wear to a fancy party, like a quinceañera or a wedding or something like that. She was wearing a really nice, I think it was like a pink / dark red dress, and the train was super long, right? And in the video that I was watching, I think the dress was going to be altered or something. And so I think her mom posted the video. Girl, I don't know, okay? But as I'm watching that video, right, I fall asleep in my dream. And then I start dreaming in my dream. Anywho, my dream is freaking weird and crazy. So in my dream, I just remember being awake in my dream while also dreaming. Does that make sense? Like I fell asleep. I like right now, this is who I am. I feel a little scared that I'm not awake. Okay, wait. Okay, I was laying right here. Okay. I started dreaming. I didn't see the little girl on my phone. That was in my dream. So I was asleep, dreaming that I was on TikTok. And then in my dream, I started dreaming. So I was aware that I was dreaming in my dream, but I didn't know that I was dreaming about my dream. Okay. So in my dream, my dad, he's sitting outside on the phone. You could probably hear him a little bit right now, but that was happening in my dream too. And so I just heard him while dreaming in my dream talking, and then it like floated into my dream, and it was him. He was telling somebody who was on the phone with, he was like, yeah, bro, I went to this was all in Spanish. He was like, yeah, I went to the grocery store. Oh my God, what happened? I went to the grocery store, and then all the walls started changing, and they started closing in after me, chasing me, and I had to run out of there. And he was like, I just went in there to go get some coffee or something like that, right? And I just remember in my dream, not my dream, but in my dream, I was cracking up because I was like, that's so funny. He went into a store and that happened. And I was like, what? Now that I'm thinking about it, that wasn't funny at all, but I just remember feeling like it was hilarious. Oh my God, wait, what else happened in my dream? Are you serious? That can't be the end. That can't be the end. Oh, no, wait, I'm remembering. Wait, tell me. What else happened? Okay. And then I remember. Wait, okay, I remember now. Kind of. It's still a little foggy, but it'll come back to me. So, I don't know who I am in this scenario. Oh, I do. Wait, do I? Wait, did that happen? Okay. I'm sitting in the living room of my house in my dream. Not my dream. Wait, yes, in my dream. I don't know. To some point, it stopped being my dream and it just started being my dream in general. So I'm sitting in the living room with my little sisters, right? They're like, we're just hanging out, we're playing, they're messing with me, they're kind of being mean, I think. And and then my dream switched from it being me and my sisters to me being somebody in a TV show. I think it was Stranger Things, and it was like a behind the scenes video, right? And it wasn't showing like bloopers or anything, but it was like, I think I was Steve or Jonathan. I don't know, or maybe I was just watching. I think I was just watching this, but like one of the actors who's Steve or Jonathan, right? Will was Will, but it was Will, like first season Will, first or second season Will, and he was like, it was like a video they're making for behind the scenes, and they were like, this is the funny life of behind the scenes of Stranger Things, and I think it was Jonathan or Steve, but one of them had an AK-47 gun, okay, like a gun, and Will was like, they were like, Will, and Will's like, what? And he's like, Will, you need to work now. And he was like, I'm not working right now. Will was getting so rage baited, right? And in my dream, I guess everyone knew they couldn't die because Stevethan, we'll call him Stevethan, Steve/Jonathan, took that gun and they're like, Will, I'm gonna shoot you. And then Will's like, I told you I'm not working right now. So they're like, fine. And then Will starts walking away, and in my dream, they're like, and then Will just falls flat. It's like, I just said I'm not. He was like being a D1 crash out, and I'm just like, oh my god. And then something sad happened in my dream, but it wasn't about me. It's about someone else. And all I can remember is that it was this girl, and she was the sister of the little girl in the video that I dreamed about falling asleep watching. You know how in the beginning I told you that I just fell asleep regularly in my bed, and then I was dreaming that I was scrolling on TikTok and saw a little girl with the dress and the train. Yeah, so her sister was in my dream, and she was telling me about her family traumas and about how I think her mom passed away. And okay, my phone keeps trying to tell me that I have no storage. It just wants me to update. It's pissing me off. And every time I try to record me telling this part of the story, it's like the universe doesn't want me to tell it. So maybe I'll skip through it real quick. But this girl, she's sitting in this chair where I always sit and looking in the mirror. And she doesn't look like me at all. She's this completely different girl. And I know she's a different girl because she's talking to me in the mirror. But I'm listening to her, like she's telling me, but she's looking in the mirror, but she's not looking at herself because she's talking to me. Anyway, she's telling me all these things about her family and whatnot, and trying to prove something to me by showing me photos and videos on her phone. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is really sad, right? Anyway, and then my dream goes back to my dad, but I literally forgot what the fart happened. I think someone got into a fight in my dream. I don't know what the freak that was about, but I am not about violence. Okay, but I can beat a bee up. I don't know. Let's not find out. Everyone thinks I can't fight and that I'm weak, but I'm strong, okay? Anyway, and then my dream switches to me waking up in my dream. So, you know how I went to sleep and I dreamed about me falling asleep and dreaming? So I woke up from my dream and I was like, oh my gosh, that was a crazy dream that I just had. Let me record a video about it and tell you guys about my dream, right? And so then I become aware in like here, right now, I became aware that I was in a dream. So after I finished my dream, I was aware that I was in a dream, sort of. I was aware that I was dreaming, but I was still kind of like not super, I was a little oblivious to it. And so then I was just like, okay, yeah, let me actually get up and go make a YouTube video about this. That's a good idea. Let me go tell you about my dream because it was crazy and now I forgot half the fucking dream. Sorry. But so then I'm like getting up, right? And I'm like, okay, get up now. And I'm telling myself like, get up now, like I need to get up. But then I'm like, hey, let me try to like lucid dream, which it was like, okay, I knew that I was a little bit aware that I was dreaming. And so I was like, okay, well, let me try to lucid dream then. And then I was like, okay, get up then. Like try and make yourself stand up without actually standing up. And so I don't know if this is lucid dreaming or astral projecting. I'm not sure. But while I was laying there in this body, this real me, not my dream me, I was laying down and I was like, okay, get up. Like I just said 4 freaking times, I told myself to get up. And in my dream, I tried standing up, but it was so hard to stand up, right? And so I'm sitting and laying down right there. And so then I get up in my dream, like barely get up, and I can feel like me right here. I could feel that I'm not moving. I'm like, it feels like I'm in my dream. I can't get up unless I get up here. But I'm like, no, I can get up. Let me just try it. So I'm trying my best to get up in my dream, knowing that my body here is like not moving. And so I finally am able to stand up, but then I'm like, whoa, I feel all wobbly, my legs are wobbly. So then I fall down right there, right against that stuff, but nothing moves because I feel like a ghost, right? So then I'm like, okay, let me try and stand my legs back up. But it's like I couldn't walk. I was a freaking Ariel when she got onto land. And I was like, all right. And so then I'm like, I'm trying to push my legs off the ground so that I could stand up. And me here, like my dream me is trying to stand up. And then me here, I feel myself paralyzing. Like, and while I was laying down, I was like, oh, she's trying to stand up, but I literally can't move. Like, if she stands up, then I'm going to be paralyzed here. This body's going to be paralyzed. So I was like, I was getting a little scared if I'm being honest. So I was like, you know, I just got to wake up and go. So then I was like, okay, now I got to actually wake up and come make this video. And then and then it was like me dreaming about coming to make the video. And then I actually got up to come make this video. So yeah, that was really fun. I want to try to stand up again, but I don't know if I was dreaming about that or if that was real, but I really felt like I actually should have went all the way through and see what happened, but at least I know I could do it. Anyway, that was my dream. Sorry that I forgot half of it the second I started trying to tell you. I don't think the universe wants me to tell the story of that girl. I don't know what she was going through, but it was a little crazy. Maybe none of my business, so sorry, can't be your business either. And yeah, today was an amazeballs day. I'm really glad I have this chair in my room. Okay. And did you know that AM/PM's coffee section is amazing? Hello? I went to AM/PM with my dad because we went to go get gas. We were running errands all day. And he was like, you want to go get something? And I'm like, oh, really? Usually he says we can't get anything. So then I go and we go inside. He's like, I think I'm gonna get a coffee. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna get. And then I go and he goes to the coffee section, and it's this whole section of the gas station store just for coffee and big gulps and slushies. And I'm like, hold on now. Let me take a look at this coffee section, because what do we have going on here? Because my dad despises Starbucks. He thinks that it's so stupid for a drink to be $5-7. I agree. But also, those oat milk shaken espressos are so good. So, I don't know, man. But I agree. I agree. But he's like, I love my 7-Eleven / gas station coffee, though. I get to make it just how I want, and it's only $3. So I'm like, okay, good for you. And so now I'm figuring out why. Because why did I walk in there? There's 4 different coffee machines. I can give you so many different options. There's a machine that has hot chocolate, different like chocolate coffees, like Mexican coffees, and banana bread latte and caramel macchiatos. You can make iced coffee with the machine or hot coffee. Tell me why they had 8 different syrups lined up. Coffee syrups, cinnamon powder, different powders. And I was like, wait, I feel like I can play barista right now. They had tea bags. They had the creamers. I'm actually like they had the frozen blended coffees. I was like, wait a second, what is going on here? And then they had like the soda sections. Disgusting. I don't want soda. And then they had the slushies. They only had red and blue, but I was like, I'm kind of feeling like a slushie. And I never drink slushies, but today I did, and it was delicious, and I drank it all. And yeah, I was really tempted to make a coffee, but then I was like, I don't want to really make one. But I was like, this is so fun. I just had a fun time looking at all the stuff. If I'm being honest, I asked my dad if he could take a tea bag, and he took a tea bag, and it was a chamomile, and I just love it. It just smells so, it honestly doesn't smell that good, but I just really like the smell. I don't know. Yeah, that was my day. That was my day. I made a bet with my dad, and then I lost. So there went whatever I was gonna win from that, which was probably absolutely nothing. But yes, that's kind of all I had. I apologize again about my dream. How y'all doing? I think I'm doing amazeballs, amazing. I'm low-key have been excited for winter and I guess Christmas. I'm excited for Christmas. What I'm not excited about is that the temperature was yesterday was 80 degrees. It doesn't even snow in California, but we can't even get the cold. Not even a little drizzle. Why are we getting burning summer heat? Don't piss me off, please. Anyway, I'm trying to like remember bits from my dream. I think I remember like whooping one of my little sisters. Like, I think she was trying to fight me and I won. So mess around, you find out. But anyway, that's all I got, y'all. I think I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you again another time, another day, another place, whatever time you're having right now, evening, day, night, afternoon. If you're watching this at 3 in the morning, go to bed. Well, let me say it nicely. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Let me know if I should be an ASMR channel because low-key, I think I got the movements and the vibes. Okay, well, maybe I don't. Sorry. All right, let me stop playing about and leave. Goodbye. Love you.